festivities wrapping up, and we'll be back to get this season started right after this. Hello from Arlington, Texas. We're live inside Globe Life Field. Opening day baseball on the show. It's the Chicago Cubs and the Texas Rangers. With my partner, Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. All right, partner, ready to go? Always a pleasure to get things started with you on opening day.
Well, Happy New Year, buddy. And anyone that's involved in baseball, even though it's not January 1st, this is the start of a new year. Every team has playoff hopes. I love this time of the year. I'm excited to get things going.
All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. Just about set to go, and towing the slab in this one, Paul Lee, and singing a special day for him. He's making his major league debut here.
And I'm sure he's got some nerves. He'll be excited for that first pitch to be in and over with so that he can settle in to pitching just like he did in the minor leagues. Exciting moment. He's got his family in town. I think this moment's going to be a huge tone setter for his career.
And here it comes. Number 23, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball one. And a pitch. That one at triple digits. So a pitcher making his major league debut and getting the opening day start. Not something we see very often.
No kidding, Boog. And just look around the league here on opening day. You'll see a lot of proven aces getting the start. So they're hoping that that's what he can be for this organization. Someone who can start a bunch of opening days for them in the future as well.
And that's outside. Swing and a miss, struck him out. And that's the first strikeout of his major league career.
And it could be the first of many if he meets the goals he set for himself and the expectations others have for him. He doesn't want to just win games. He wants to dominate at this level.
Do you think young pitchers can sometimes get too caught up in trying to rack up Ks early in their career?
Boog, I think they can. It's kind of like a hitter that doesn't have power. The thrill is still hitting a ball over the fence. And so for a guy, even if he doesn't have power stuff or strikeout stuff, a strikeout is still something that makes him stick his chest out a little bit further.
One out, base is empty. Just off the inside edge. Bellinger's a brilliant defender, whether in the outfield where he won a gold glove in right, center field, or at first base. The footwork he attributes to playing soccer as a kid. And Bellinger is a huge Premier League soccer fan. Brings it in with a nice running grab. 2 down. Here's a look at the Cubs lineup. They're dealing with a top-level arm on the mound, so this figures to be a tough matchup for them. What's the key to the offense today, Singy?
Oh, Boog, I think when you got a guy that's this talented on the mound, you got to find ways to disrupt his rhythm, make him uncomfortable a little bit. The guys that can handle the bat and perhaps, bunt for a base hit, get him moving off the mound. If you're in the box and he seems to be just in a flow, step out, mess up his timing, somehow try to get in his head a little bit. And then when he does come in the zone, you may only get one pitch. You better not miss it.
The 0-1. That one back up the middle, and it gets through. And that keeps the inning alive. And Singy, as a team, you need to make the most of the very few opportunities he's going to give you, right?
Absolutely. And you know, if you don't get to guys like this a lot of times early, once they really settle in, it's going to be the later innings that they hand that ball over to a reliever, if they do at all.
And here is Sosa to the plate. And a swing and a miss.
0-1.
Two outs. Tried to check his swing there. Now it appeal to first. No swing. And the right-hander deals. Fights that one away. Still 1-2. Two gone, but the go-ahead run is at first here on opening day. That to right. Garcia settles under it and puts the squeeze on that one. And that'll do it. One left for the Cubs. Now the Rangers will get their first crack. We're scoreless. It's Major League Baseball on the show. Back in Arlington, and today's starting pitcher, Mark Prior.
Well, the key for him usually centers around his ability to command all four of his pitches. I mean, he can get by with three if one isn't working, but it becomes a little tougher to keep hitters guessing, especially when you start to get through the second and third time through the order. So we'll see how he incorporates all of his stuff into this one.
Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And now it's going to be Michael Young. The wind of the pitch. Swing and a miss as he was out front. Prior, a former All-Star. He features a four-seam fastball, a slurve, a curve, and he works in a changeup. Strike two. The wind of the pitch. On the ground to the left. Banks. Slings to first. One up, one down. And now we take a look at the Rangers lineup. Now with their ace on the mound today, they're just looking to provide him a little bit of run support, and they'll see what they can do for him.
You have to be really careful when you've got a guy like this on the mound for you to not become a spectator. You know that he doesn't give up a whole lot, but sometimes guys get a little too comfortable and don't have an urgency to score runs. You have to make sure you put him in a situation where he can get the W, but also you guys can cruise to the finish line and not have to worry about a comeback in the end.
Kicks and fires. There's a strike at the knees, and it's 0-2. Swings and misses. Two away.
Well, that at bat seemed to be over as soon as it started. Three-pitch strikeout. You've got to be better at the plate right there. Just to help something off, extend that at bat.
Nate Walker at the plate and takes high there. Pitch misses. 2-0.
2-0.
Two out, space is empty. That one misses. 3-0. Paul Lee waits on deck. And a four-pitch walk.
You know, I think he's okay with that outcome. It wasn't an intentional walk, but he wasn't exactly trying to attack his own either.
Next, it'll be the Texas DH, Paul Lee.
1-0.
It's a pitch out, nothing doing, and that's ball one. Walker leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Out towards left center. Under this one. And he makes the catch. And that's the inning. We head to the second in Arlington. No score. All set for the start of the inning. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Ernie Banks. Now the right-hander ready to go. Still no score. Just off the inside edge. Ernie's part of an exclusive club, one of just a handful of guys to win back-to-back MVP awards. Down the line. And that will drop foul.
And those MVP awards for Banks in 1958 and 59 came on below 500 teams. Speaks to the level of his talent.
Right-hander kicks, deals. High fly ball near the pole. That one is foul.
And just to complete the point, a look at Banks' numbers in those MVP seasons, and it's easy to see how he stood out. His combined totals were 92 home runs and 272 RBIs.
Called strike 3. The knuckleball buckled his knees.
Maybe a little bit of overthinking at the plate right there. You want to be patient with knuckleballers and not give into that pitch that's going to dart out of the zone at the very last moment. But that was about as hittable as knuckleballs can get, and he was frozen.
And now, Andre Dawson. Strike 1.
0-1.
One down, base is empty.
1-1.
That one misses, and now it's even 1-1. Mike Fillmore, our plate umpire. Very consistent with his zone, Chris. Gets a lot of praise for that.
He does, Boog, and I think that with any umpire, you really just want them to be consistent. Fillmore's a guy that does a good job back there in that way, so people around the league really appreciate his consistency.
That clips the corner. What about some no-nos? Like, you can't call the umpire blue the way you do in Little League or high school, right?
Yeah, even in the minor leagues, you'll learn quickly. You call the umpire blue. You better learn his name, and that's just part of being a professional player and even a major league player.
And the pitch. Got him looking with the knuckler for strike 3.
Man, that thing just barely got the zone, so you almost can't blame the guy for laying off. I mean, with the way knuckleballs dart all over the place, realistically, that could have just as easily missed by 4 or 5 inches. It's such a tough pitch to not overcommit to, so sometimes you just hold up and hope it dances out of the zone.
Dansby Swanson stands in.
Nope.
First pitch, and he just misses.
Ball 1, no strike.
Second inning here, no score. That one finds the corner. Strike 1. Two down, nobody on. Foul back our way, and that's out of play. Two outs. Foul ball still, a 1-2 count. Battling here as he fouls it away. Fouls it off, still 1-2. And the pitch. Got him looking. That's a strikeout. Nothing happening there for the Cubs. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Back at Globe Life Field. And now Rafael Palmeiro. With the right-hander back to work. Outside low. And that is ball one. And a good eye there.
Last couple of pitches breaking balls away. I think he's going to have to come firm inside to be able to open up that location if he wants to go back there later in this count.
And that one just missed off the outside edge. There's a strike.
Good pitch down around the knees. You want to be there all game. In a park like this, a pop-up sometimes will carry out.
And that's too high, ball four.
I don't think you really wanted to pitch to him right there anyhow.
Pudge Rodriguez getting ready to hit. This guy is one of the best athletes in the sport. He might just be the best hitting catcher in the game today.
Well, Boog, he's so valuable, does a good job behind the plate, but offensively, he's a middle-of-the-order type of bat, especially when you talk about catchers, and their number one job is to handle the pitching staff and prevent runs. This guy is able to add runs by producing them. Good pitch right there. Anytime you can get one by a bat of this caliber, especially with runners on, it's got to give you some confidence out there on the mound that you can win this battle.
And a swing and a miss.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. Couldn't hit the fastball at the knees.
Away. Clearly that was the plan right there. He just wasn't able to put it in play. And that should tell you something as a hitter. Sometimes you're a little too conscious of the inside pitch and you're not able to cover that outside part of the plate. So clearly some adjustments to be made next time.
Up next for the Rangers, Adrian Beltre. This guy, one of the best contact men in the sport as well. Outstanding on the defensive end. The 1-0. And that one fouled off. The 1-1. Swing and a foul back. That's out of play. Moved to first. And he dives back in safely. Palmeiro leads off first with one away. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. One and two here. And that's in the dirt.
Well, he might have to look for a different put-away pitch right here, 2-2. He's already seen the curveball a couple of times in this at-bat, so might have it timed up and ready for it.
Righty delivers. Goes down swinging for the strikeout. Couldn't catch up to the heater. Stepping in the long ball threat, Adolis Garcia. Outfield playing very deep. And that's off the inside edge. And that's ball one. Just missed.
2 balls, no strikes.
And he deals. A bit behind with that swing. It's strike one.
Well, that's today's style of baseball right there, right? Big time velo on the bump and big time pop at the plate.
The pitch. Up and in, 3-1.
Well, he's so great about hitting the ball the other way. He gets those arms extended. So right there, just trying to straighten him up a little bit so he doesn't have as much outside plate coverage.
The pitch. 3-1, and he couldn't come up with it.
Well, interesting. He went with the off speed and walked the hitter. Maybe not challenge the guy with the fastball.
So 2 on with 2 away. Here's Leody Taveras. Out to short. They take the force out. That's the inning. Rangers leave a pair. We'll move to the third with no score. And welcome back to the ballpark. Well, here we go. Top of the third, scoreless game. Now it's Yan Gomes. The pitch. Gomes measures 6 feet 2 inches, 210 pounds, and he's a native of Brazil. And a foul ball.
So glad these ballparks have installed the netting to protect the fans, keep things safer all around the league.
Yan Gomes waits.
1 ball.
That misses the zone. And a count 1-2. Looks like he's picked up right where he left off.
Well, caught him looking on that 4th pitch of the at-bat, and I have to think it had something to do with the sequence they threw at him. Kind of bounced back and forth between the outside and inside corners with the previous pitches, and that makes it really tough to cover the whole plate. Just couldn't get a swing off at that pitch on the inside.
Now it's the rookie first baseman, Matt Mervis. And a big swing and a miss.
0-1.
Top of the third, no score. It's in there. That is strike 2. Righty to the plate. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Well, right now he's in cruise control, autopilot, just dominating these hitters. It doesn't look like it's a fun at bat. And all of a sudden, you become in awe of this guy on the mound. Somebody's got to break this thing up. That's 5 straight strikeouts. Got to put a ball in play.
Number 23 stands in now, looks at that one inside. Next offering is in for a strike.
We got 1 ball, 1 strike.
Two down, nobody on.
Ball 2.
And another ball.
We got 2 balls, 1 strike.
The pitch. That one finds the zone, and that's strike 2.
If you're not ready for that pitch, you're just going to swing and miss or pop it up, waste the at-bat. You're going to let it go. You better be ready to swing it.
2-2. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. The 2-2. And a pop-up right side, foul territory. And makes the grab. And that is that. 3 up, 3 down for him there. We head down to the home half of inning number 3. We're tied 0-0. As we go to the last of the third. And here is Michael Young. Pryor back to work. That misses the zone, and it's 1-0.
Well, these Rangers doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of them. They've worked 3 walks already, so that proves they're not anxious up there. They're sticking to their game plan, and it's working.
Banks snags it, and a quick out number 1.
That's a really nice play, ranging back into the outfield for that catch. We all know those can be a little tricky, especially if the wind's swirling around out there.
Carter in the box with 1 away as he takes ball 1. And that's outside, and the count is 2-0. Left-hand hitter waits. And now 2-1.
2 balls, 1 strike.
That one missed. And that's ball 4.
He just hasn't had great command of his pitches in this one. Definitely more walks than you'd like to see.
Man at first with 1 gone. Nate Walker will hit next. Looking for his first big league hit right here. The shortstop takes the ball.
This is one of those situations defensively where you can't try to do too much. You got to make sure that you field the ball cleanly and get 1 out first. It's going to be tough to get 2 with this kind of speed in the batter's box.
Carter leads off first with 1 away. High fly ball out towards left center. Williams really on his horse. Makes a nice running catch. Out number 2.
The batter, number 15, designated hitter,
Paul Lee stepping in for the Rangers. Fly to left his first time. That missed by a lot. 1-0.
Well, if he's going to steal second, you want him to go early in the count. That way he's not a distraction to the hitter at the plate. Go ahead and get it out of the way so the hitter can focus on the pitch.
Checks over to first. Back safely. 2 gone, but the go-ahead run is at first here in the last half of the third. Inside just missed. Chris, with that distraction and the speedy guy at first, he's in a favorable hitter's count.
Well, if nothing else, I mean, this is a great spot for a hitter to be in.
At the belt and fires.
Thank you.
In the dirt, blocked. In there safely. So a wild pitch allows the runner to advance. Man on second, 2 down. Swing and a miss, and that is that. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 left on. 3 innings complete, no score. As we go to the top of the 4th. So up now for Chicago, Cody Bellinger.
Bellinger's won a variety of awards in his career, hasn't he? I mean, he's been named Rookie of the Year, MVP, and Comeback Player of the Year now. throwing a few Silver Slugger awards, and he has himself quite the trophy cabinet. You know, these Cubs just haven't produced as many competitive at-bats as I'd like to see in this one. They've gone down on strikes at a high rate today, so it's probably time to simplify the approach and just find ways to put the ball in play.
Ball one there. Left-hand batter waits. Right through there for a strike. The pitch. This to center field. Taveras settles under it. Makes the grab, one away.
The batter,
Billy Williams, the next Cub to hit. And he's already singled in this game. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter.
0-1's the count.
Fourth inning underway, no score. That one a little bit high. 1 ball, 1 strike.
1-1.
That's a laser base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Everything came together for him. Pitch was away, and he did exactly what you're supposed to do with it. Drive it the other way. Just go with the pitch.
And next is the designated hitter, Sammy Sosa. And there's a curve through for a strike.
0-1.
All tied up here in game 1 of this 3-game set.
To this game on the mound, looking very dangerous to these hitters. 7 punch-outs already, so this lineup hasn't had much success trying to figure him out. I'm impressed with what we're seeing here.
And next for the Cubs, Ernie Banks. Outfield playing very deep, not wanting anything over their heads. That one way inside. Williams off of first with 2 away. Two outs. Bounding ball here, rolls foul. Fights it off, you'll see another. Here comes a pitch. And it's even up.
Way to lay off that fastball up right there. You're looking for something you see well that you can handle, but you also have to keep the discipline so that you're not popping up pitches that are just a little too high.
Kicks and deals. Swings and misses. Had him out front for strike 3. Cubs lead 1. Still no score. And we're back. Bottom of the 4th. And here's the first baseman, Rafael Palmeiro. The wide to kick the pitch. Wouldn't chase that time. And another ball. Foul ball there. And a pitch. Swing and a miss.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
And that skips in the dirt. 3-2 now. And he walked him.
Well, you know this guy wants to swing it, but he's showing some good patience in this one. It's the second time he's taken ball 4.
So next to hit for Texas, Pudge Rodriguez. He struck out swinging at his first at bat.
Ball 1, no
In the dirt, but kept close. But no advance. That's ball 1. Pickoff moved to first, and he dives back in safely. One now. And that's outside.
Ball 2.
And here it comes. Just missed.
On this count, runner not known for his speed, but I think you got to put him in motion. Try to avoid a double play here, Boo.
Adrian Beltre in the on-deck circle for Texas. Down ball base now. Bellinger returns it to the infield. They hold the runner at second, so another base hit could get us our first run in this one.
Well, when you're all behind in the count, you've got to come into the zone, and then guys have a better chance of hitting the ball hard like you did right there.
Now the third baseman, Adrian Beltre, went down on strikes his first time through. And ball 1.
Count 1-0.
And a pitch.
2-0.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
2-0 to count. Here it comes. Top of the zone, and it's called a strike.
Well, he went inside a couple of times, and now outside. Hitter's not exactly sure where to look for this next pitch.
Fastball for a strike. Kicks and fires. Squirts away a little bit. Oh, he throws it away. Here comes the runner. And he's safe at the plate as they take the lead. 1-0.
That's one way to get your first run of the ball game at Moss. You'll take that every day if you're on offense, and maybe that gets them going a little bit.
outs, runner over at third. Outside, and that is ball 4.
You get a walk, and you get a walk. Everyone gets a walk.
Good. The right field.
Here's a big power threat. Adolis Garcia. He's a guy, Chris's highlights include some of the best throws from the outfield that you will ever see. Definitely one of the best arms of the sport. Wouldn't chase that time.
Yeah, the infielders and the catcher can never give up on a play because if this guy thinks he has a chance, he's going to throw from a warning track if he has to.
And the pitch. That clips the zone, and it's 1-1. Now move to first, and he's back in there. And a 1-1. Swings through that one for strike 2.
Well, in this situation with a runner on first, less than 2 outs, some say, hey, get the ground ball, double play with 2 strikes. Some people say get the strikeout. I think you just execute your pitch, make the best pitch you possibly can, and let the result be whatever it's going to be.
And the righty deals. Good job to fight that one off. Righty delivers. Waves at the bender for the strikeout.
He's locked in at the plate when he's using the whole field. He was out in front there. Just needs to let the ball travel a little more, and his timing will be back on track. Good pitch for the strikeout.
Digging in is the switch inning outfielder, Leody Taveras. He swings and misses, and it's up again.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. He usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
Swing and a fly ball in the air out towards right center field. Dawson makes the catch. Runner tags from third. The tag gets him, and it's a double play to end the inning.
Well, as a former outfielder, I love this play. When you get the opportunity to throw a guy out at the plate, makes the catch as the runner tags, and a laser throw to the plate on the money for the double play. It's time to go hit.
Back in Arlington, we go to the top of the 5th. Now it's the right fielder, Andre Dawson. Lee back to work. Right through there for a strike.
You know, these Cubs showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. Starter's leash has to be getting tighter with his pitch count where it is, but so far he's been really effective in this one.
Swing and a miss. That's strike 2.
You know, sometimes it just takes getting to the bullpen in order to be able to score runs, and that might be the case today.
Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. Lifted in the air, right center field. Garcia settles under it. Puts it away for the out. And there's one down. Here's the third baseman, Dansby Swanson. Caught looking his first time up.
Swanson, former first-round pick by the Arizona Diamondbacks. Vanderbilt player in college, College World Series player, all that good stuff, but really coming into his own.
That one finds the zone. 0-1.
Well, we call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
And the 0-1. Swing and a miss. Blew it by him at 99.
Pretty impressive. We haven't seen that pitch from him much, but he's got a really good feel when he throws it.
And that's in the dirt.
2 strikes.
He swings and hits a fly ball center field. Hauls it in for the out. That's out number 2. Here's Yan Gomes. Struck out looking his first time. That's in for a strike. Two down, nobody on. And there's a foul ball. Two outs.
Ball.
Right through their cover. And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. He continues to roll on the mound as 5 shutout innings are in the books. It's the Rangers 1 and the Cubs nothing. Back at Globe Life Field, John Sciambi with my buddy Chris Singleton and set to get us started. Bottom 5, Michael Young. The wind and the pitch. And that one clips the corner.
Well, these Rangers doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of them. They've been able to get a lot of hitters on base today thanks to the 6 walks they've been gifted, and I would imagine the pitching coach is losing his mind over in that other dugout.
Righty to the plate. Down the left field line, base hit. And aboard on the leadoff single.
I'd say a mistake pitch in an 0-2 count. Too good of a pitch to hit right there. You have to expand the zone. Keep that leadoff man off first base.
Now the left fielder, Evan Carter. He's 0 for 1. Late with the swing there.
0-1.
That's inside. 1-1. Young aboard here at first with nobody out. Swing and a pop-off in foul ground. And there's one down.
Good hard fastball up in the zone right there. They look really good coming in, but so hard to get on top of as a hitter.
Next up for Texas, Nate Walker.
And there's one thing on his mind this at bat, getting that first hit at the big league level.
Fought off foul. And the right-hander deals.
0-1.
In the dirt.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
Nice job behind the plate there. Man at first, 1 away. And a foul ball. Walker tries to hold up, appeal to first, and he held up. And a a swing and a miss. That's the second out. Next to bat will be the Texas cleanup hitter, Paul Leader. Ball one and a pitch inside. Check on the runner. Young back on a dive. The pitch. That one is upstairs. Swing and a miss.
Well, he came right at him right there, challenged him with the 2-0 fastball. Not sure exactly what he was looking for, but got to imagine that's a confidence booster on the mound. You're in that hitter's head a little bit.
In the air, center field. Bellinger drifts towards it. Hauls it in to end the inning. One left for Texas. They lead it 1-0. And welcome back to the ballpark. And now the first baseman, Matt Mervis. The right-hander back to work. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. And that one is inside. Out to center. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. And there's one away. So the lineup flips over. Here's the Cubs leadoff man. Right through there for a strike.
Well, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
One down, base is empty. On the ground to third. Play is made, 2 out. Bellinger up to hit. Bellinger in his 7th season, 28 years old, and he's a former Rookie of the Year. And he swings and misses at the initial offering. And that drops in for a strike.
This guy's pounding the zone. Hitters don't have time to think in between pitches.
Just off the inside corner. Now 1-2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. 2 down, nobody on. And we're in the top half of the 6th. That's a little bit high.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Struck him out looking. So another good inning for him on the mound. 6 shutout innings now. It's the Rangers 1 and the Cubs nothing. Bottom of the 6th. Stepping in the long ball threat, Rafael Palmeiro. And the pitch. Just missed. Line drive. That's a base hit out of the left center field.
He was all over that. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
Back up the middle and a base hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Couple of singles back to back. That's about as Tex-Mex as it gets. Got his stride and load out of the way early. He stayed inside that ball and squared it up out front. Man, that was like he was in the cage hitting off a tee.
Adrian Beltre stepping in for the Rangers. Swings through that one.
0-1's the count.
Here's your 1. And a foul ball. First and second here, no outs. Looking for the K.
So far, just one of those days for this lineup. You get a couple of runners on, and you're looking at having a big inning, and that strikeout right there just pours water on the fire. You look for the next hitter to step up and try to do something, pick up his teammate and his glove.
Now at the plate, Adolis Garcia. Outside low, and that's ball 1.
He's looking for a ground ball to get a double play and out of this jam.
1 out. Runners at first and second. On the ground, a short could be 2. He flips it to second in time. Back to first, and it's over his head. Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Mark Pryor won't go any further tonight. And they trail as he exits, but he kept them close. A new arm will be on the mound after the break. Hector Neris on the pitch here.
And that's a big potential run out there at second as he comes in trying to keep the deficit where it is. For the infielders, they got to be thinking about keeping the ball from getting by them into the outfield any way they can.
Up next for the Rangers, Leody Taveras.
Well, bottom of the order here, Boog. You got to go right after this guy.
As they look to pick up an add-on run. And the number 9 guy at the plate. Here's a rip to short, but he's there for the 3rd out. So it's 1 run, 2 hits, an error, and 1 left. We're through 6 full. It's the Rangers 2 and the Cubs nothing. Top of inning number 7. And now here is Billy Williams. The pitch. Got it started a little too early. Strike 1.
So far, this guy's been able to tease the strike zone, gets those swings and misses. Somebody's going to have to shorten up, be a little more patient, and make this guy work in the zone a little more.
The pitch. And there's the strike.
Let's see if he's willing to use the whole field right here. Definitely pounding them away.
Going 2 now. Gets a piece and stays alive. And he deals. Goes down looking. Okay, Singy, I think we can say it's been a successful Major League debut for him on the mound. He's giving this organization and its fans some reasons to be excited about what he can do at this level.
I think so too, Boog. It's always such a good feeling to see someone attack a new challenge and do well at it. And that's what we're witnessing today. It's a brand new environment, and he's finding a way to succeed. He'll be humbled sooner or later, so that's going to come. But I really like what I've seen from him in this one. I think he belongs here.
Bases empty, one away here in the top half of inning number 7. Out in front with the swing, and that is strike one.
One ball,
He
one
normally
strike.
does damage on that pitch in that location. Just a swing and a miss there. I don't think you want to throw it again, though.
At the belt and fires. That one fouled off. One down, base is empty.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
If you're on the mound right now, you know you have to retire this hitter. If he gets on base, it could open up the floodgates for this offense to score some runs.
And a pitch. Stays alive. Here's a 2-2. Hits and misses. It's a strikeout.
Well, he's showing some pretty dominating stuff out there in this one, not just in terms of swing and miss, but also in terms of command. All the strikeouts, they kind of speak for themselves, but when you don't walk anyone, you're demonstrating that you have the confidence in your abilities to truly go right after opposing batters.
And first offering is fouled off. Swinging a foul over the screen and back out of play. Two down, nobody on. And down on strikes. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. Cubs down quietly. They're still down. It's 2-0. Back in Arlington, set for the last half of the 7th. Now it's the second baseman, Michael Young. The pitch. That's a strike. 0-1.
Well, they say it's the best pitch in baseball, strike one. You get ahead on a good hitter as well. Gives a little bit more confidence to move through the at-bat.
Right side. Dawson makes the play. One down.
The left fielder, number 32, Evan.
Here's the left fielder, Evan Carter. Singy, you got to appreciate a guy who's this good defensively. I mean, watching him track balls in the outfield, it is beautiful. In there for a strike at the bottom of the zone.
He's so solid, calms the heart rate of the pitcher and the manager when the ball goes up in the air. You just automatically assume that it's an out every time it's hit in the air.
Pitch is in there, and the count is 0-2.
There's one guy that I can think about, Boog, who started as a third baseman, Alex Gordon, and then became an elite perennial Gold Glover out in left field for the Kansas City Royals. But he's a guy, when you watch him play, you would imagine that that's all he ever played in his life was the outfield.
1-2. And another ball. Yeah, some guys just have instincts, right? I mean, that's the way it goes. We talk about Larry Walker, the Hall of Famer, and his instinct on the bases, despite the fact that he didn't play a ton of baseball as a kid. Towards first. Could be extra bases. Makes the turn and heads for second. And he'll pull in there with a stand-up double.
Well, that was one of those high percentage advantage counts where batting averages are just so much higher. Nice job keeping it fair as he turned on it down the line. And once it got through the infield, it was a double all the way.
One down. So next to hit for Texas, Nate Walker. Outfield playing very deep, not wanting anything over their heads. Fouled off. He was late. Yeah, now the 0-1. There's a swing and a miss.
Wow, good luck catching up to that one.
One out, a runner at second. Here, the bottom of the 7th. And that's down and away. The pitch. He goes down looking.
Just locked him up right there for the second out, and that's an at-bat he's probably going to be thinking about for a little while. Didn't pull the trigger. Not how you want to go down in an RBI spot, so now you got to hope your teammate behind you can pick you up.
Lee in now, takes ball 1 off the plate. Delivers outside.
He's clearly trying to work him away here. Both pitches off the plate. If you really want to put the ball in play, you're going to have to stay back and drive it to the opposite field.
Strike 1.
This is one of those situations where the pitcher may not really want to deal with the guy in the box, and you got to be aware of that. Take your walk. I couldn't do it, but I think he can.
2-1 now. Wouldn't chase that time. Rafael Palmeiro waiting to hit for the Rangers. Man at second. Fouls one away, and now 3-2. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. So he gets 2 milestones with that hit, his first big league knock, and he drives in his first run as well.
Yeah, you love to get both of those out of the way with just one swing of the bat, and it makes the special moment even more special. It's not just an individual accomplishment when you're also driving in a run for your team. That's an at-bat he's never going to forget.
Next up for Texas, Rafael Palmeiro. That one finds the zone. That's strike 1. Man on second, 2 down. Way out front for strike 2.
He finds himself in a tough situation early. Just going to try to simplify it. Take a knock the other way if you can.
The 0-2. Now a fly ball to right center. Dawson under it. Brings it in. And that will end the inning. Rangers get 1 on the RBI double. It's now 3-0. And we're back. And now, Andre Dawson. The Cubs in striking distance, but have some work to do.
Boog, it starts with the leadoff man. Need a good at-bat out of him right here.
And a pitch. And that drops in for a strike.
Pretty rare location right there, right down the middle. This guy paints the edges. I'm not sure if you're going to see that pitch again as a hitter.
Now the 0-1. And there's a foul ball. Here comes a pitch. And a swing and a miss. 1 out. A big performance on the mound. Lots of strikeouts. That was number 14.
Yeah, clearly trusting his stuff in this one, Bird. Feeling really good about what he's working with, and that really allows a guy to attack hitters. You know, such an important mindset to have out there on the mound, especially when you're ahead in the count with 2 strikes.
Dansby Swanson, the next Cub to hit. This to third. Zips it across. And a couple of quick outs.
Up next for the Cubs, the catcher, Yan Gomes.
2 outs, base is empty. Here's the catcher, Yan Gomes. Who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. And he takes a strike. Two outs. Hard hit to third. Over to first. And the Cubs go 1-2-3. Nothing happening there for the Cubs. Still down 3-0. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th. Julian Merryweather.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
And now the catcher comes up to him. Pudge Rodriguez. Known for his rocket arm behind the plate.
Rodriguez.
And the pitch. And takes low for ball 1. A little out front there as he swings through it.
Man, he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
Lined, and that's a base hit. Just kind of sliced that one into center.
Clearly seeing the ball very well in this one. Recognized the break on that pitch early, and that allowed him to keep his front shoulder in. You know, it's easy to bail on those front door breaking balls, but a great job right there, letting it travel, then unloading a nice balanced swing.
Off balance feed, there's one, and it's a double play.
As a former player, watching 5-4-3 double plays brings back some adrenaline. It's such an exciting play, and it's always a great reminder of baseball being such a team sport.
And now the right fielder, Adolis Garcia. Ripped, but it curls foul. Next pitch is outside. Upstairs. Two down, nobody on. Swing and a miss, and the count is even 2-2.
Well, when those hitters count, sometimes can be a little too aggressive, and a good pitcher will play off of that. He's got to get a better pitch to hit.
Kicks and fires. And he grounds one to the right side. And that one finds its way through. And that keeps the inning going.
Now
just to center ground ball the other way. They had eyes on it, man. Sometimes that's all you need to do. Just let the ball travel, put the ball in play, and just hope it finds a hole.
Up next for the Rangers, Leody Taveras. Just missed. kicks and deals. Late on that fastball.
When you throw a fastball by a guy like that, I imagine it's got to feel incredible. Look for him to throw it again at some point.
In there at the knees. And the count 1-2. Garcia off the first with 2 away. This one in the dirt. Runner holds tight as the count moves to 2-2. Right-hander kicks, deals. And another ball.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap should definitely score.
3-2 on the way. Got him swinging. He chased the changeup, and the inning is over. Looks like he's heading back out for the ninth as he'll go for the shutout when we get back. New inning getting started. So up now for Chicago, Matt Mervis. Lee back to work. And that one is lifted in the air. Taveras going after it. Makes the grab, one down.
Now second baseman, Ron.
Back to the leadoff spot in the Cubs lineup. Here's the second baseman. And that's outside. Base is empty, 1 away. Here at the top of the ninth. Right through there for a strike. Headed towards the corner. He's got it. There's 2 away.
Up next for the Cubs.
1 out left for the Cubs. And up next for Chicago, Cody Bellinger. 0 for 3 with 2 flyouts and a strikeout. Foul ball. Two outs.
And he is just dialed in right now. Every pitch thrown with so much conviction.
Lee is just 1 strike away. Into center and a base hit. Joey gets on base and keeps it going.
That's tremendous fight from him, and I know it's got the dugout fired up down there, down to the last strike, and he comes up with the hit to keep the game alive. It ain't over yet.
Next to hit, Billy Williams. First pitch misses. Righty delivers.
Well, I think that pitch surprised all of us. Right down the middle, doesn't get a swing. Not very often you see a hitter lay off a cookie like that.
Here's a 1-1. And a swing and a miss, and that is the ball game. Lee gets his first big league win, and what a performance he put together to do it. Singing a complete game.
Feels like one of those outings you can only dream about. I doubt he went out there today thinking that he's going to go the distance, but he had it all working, and they let him finish the job. I love that. That was was something special. Very cool to see.
The shutout in this one, 3-0 our final score. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi saying so long.
The final line score for our ball game tonight. For the victorious Rangers, 3 runs on 8 hits, no errors. They left 10 runners on base. For the Cubs, no runs, 3 hits, 2 errors. They left 3 runners on base. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 44 minutes. Tonight's paid attendance at Globe Life Park, 48,114. The Rangers thank you for attending and remind you to please drive home safely. Thank you and good night.